Okay. Okay. So I'm just gonna use my phone here. I have been recording segments of my, martial arts and fitness training and clipping them for YouTube, and I am using iMovie to record the background music, which is an original song by me. It's called Imagine, and it's basically, what would the world be like if everybody had healthy gut brain function? Imagine that. Today in the news we had somebody who was arrested for child trafficking. Last name Maxwell. And I think anybody who hurts kids is sick, and that's including people who give things that they know are not healthy to kids. And I'm against that. And if you're not with me, I'm against you. So it's going to be basically a trap song with what's called vocal fry or hardcore screaming. It's a new style of music that, is brand new basically. But this is my original song. I don't have lyrics yet. I know what it's about, but this is just my first time playing it, so I don't know if it's going to be good, but this freaking strap always comes off in the middle of playing, so let's see if I can make this happen here. And then I'll make the recipe, okay? Okay. So I recorded that on iMovie as a background. I don't know if I'll keep it. Made a lot of mistakes, you know, because I'm not a good guitarist. But that's my song. That's my second song. I have a first song on Spotify, SoundCloud, and YouTube. It was the first song I ever wrote fully. I'll just put this camera up here. And that's called Don't Finish the Fight. So I'm trying to walk the line between edgy and family oriented. You know, because, gosh, you know, the money and the responsibility is in the family. And yet, it's really bad what's happening right now. So I can't just be like going along with the crowd, you know? So I got to be on the edge. I'm not going to go against everybody like I used to do, and you know that turned people off. So I have to use a jiu-jitsu type of energy where what they got going on, I take that and I whoosh, twist it and spin it to be in a better direction, right? That's how I see it anyway. So what I'm going to do here is a recipe that is a staple. It's called cheese. Cheese is a staple in the modern world, and it's the worst food that you could eat is dairy. In particular, pasteurized dairy. Okay, raw dairy is bad too. But pasteurized dairy is even worse, and it causes heart disease and tumors, cancer in kids and adults, arthritis, you know, colitis, Crohn's disease. It's just not supposed to be in a system of our digestive system. And unfortunately, my kids are being fed that stuff. So that's why it makes me mad. And if it was happening to you, you might feel the same way as me. And if you feel the same way as me, I need your help. And I want to help you achieve your goals because we're a team. So, if you want to give kids healthy food, contact me. Alright, slow and steady, I'm getting things in my kid's mouth. But I'm working against people who are trying to go along with what they've been doing. And if you saw how their body looked, you would see that it's not healthy. And that's why it's so important for me to get an 8-pack, because I'm fighting against the meat industry. I'm fighting against the steroid industry. So not only do I have to look equal to them, as ripped as I can, I'm not going to have as big muscles as a steroid meat eater. Okay, because even if they don't do steroids, there's hormones in the meat. And that makes everything grow, including cancer. And that's why there's a correlation between high animal products and cancer, and that's called the China study. Just so happens to be the biggest nutritional scientific study ever in human history, and it said the more animal products, the more disease. I don't know what else you need. Okay? I don't know what else you need. Maybe you just need somebody to show you what to do now. Okay? So here I am. Master Lukey brand Dino Cheese. And I forgot what I was looking at my phone here for, but I guess it's not that important. Dino Cheese comes from a recipe that I used to make right here called Dino Scales. World's Healthiest Foods, Lifefood Certified. Okay. And Dino Scales was pumpkin seeds that were soaked in Celtic salt, water, and then dehydrated, so they were crunchy and savory. Great recipe. It was prescribed to me by Dr. David Jubb for my brain injury, because these fats in here is what you need to build healthy tissue. In here, you know. It's high protein. It's keto. And I'm saving some to make this with my kids tomorrow. So I'll probably use about 2 cups. So if you want to know how many calories I'm consuming, do the math. You got just under 2 cups here. I'm going to save these. And I'm not going to just go by any measurement right now, but basically, depending on how sharp you want it, okay, we're making cheese here, it's going to be a ratio of water to apple cider vinegar, depending on how sharp you want it. If you want it more sharp, you put more vinegar. You want it less sharp, you know what sharp means, okay? And I like it salty, so that's about a heaping teaspoon. Heaping teaspoon. That's going to be really salty, which you might not like, but I do. Okay, now, special treat. Jalapeno. Watch how great the Vitamix is, right? I'm just going to cut the top off here. How easy. Vitamix, baby. And what happened was I wasn't sure what I was going to have to eat when I went to the market. So I grabbed a red onion, and I thought I might have a salad. But then I saw these giant cucumbers, because last week when I was eating my salad at my parents' house, my son was sitting next to me, and he asked me after he had eaten his taco salad that my mom made, with cheese and all kinds of garbage in it, corn chips. The worst, that you give that to them, because that's what you want, right? I had a guy at the gym today. Oh, it's so hard to diet because the kids got cookies and candy and chips. And I said, oh, the kids, right? The kids, he blamed it on his kids. Because that's the food that they provide in the house, right? The kids are buying the food. Who's buying the food? Who's paying for the person to buy the food? I'm sorry, but I grew up in a house where my dad decided what food was made by my mom. I don't live in that house anymore, and my dad, God bless that man, I think he saved my life by starting me off as a vegetarian, because I don't have any parasites, or I didn't have a lot of parasites. I was able to get off of meat real quick. Did I go off track? Oh yeah, so my son started. He says, "Oh, can I have a cucumber?" Because he was dipping it in the dressing, and so I bought a lot of cucumbers. I just want to show you the difference here. These are the ones I got yesterday, and I said, "Oh, you know what? And this might not even be enough." So I got 6. I took 2 out to eat right now, and then I went back today, and I got more, and I saw how big they were, giant. So look at the difference. So I got another 6. They're only $1.35 for 3, so I spent, let's see, 4 times, probably about $6, and I got 12 cucumbers. But these are the ones I got today. These are the ones I got yesterday. See the size difference, right? So anyway, I got the cucumbers first, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll have a salad. I got the red onion. Then I got pumpkin seeds, okay, to make cheese. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make like chips or boats out of the cucumbers to spread the cheese on. Whew, a lot of talking to get this recipe, huh? But now, I'm putting red onion in the recipe, because it's the most spiciest of onions, and we got the jalapeno in there, so it's kind of a spicy cheese. And this is going to add liquid, so I won't have to add as much water or vinegar, So I can really get the flavor of the pumpkin. And let's see, I don't want to put too much onion, but I also don't want to waste onion, because I'm not going to save this quarter of an onion, but I'll use this right here. So it's 3/4. It's going to be really oniony, but that's okay. Throw this in the garbage. I'm going to come over here to the blend station. Yeah. I say things to the camera that I can't say to my family. That's the thing. I was raised in a house. My dad, he basically made me, and the way my mom and my dad acted towards each other, I learned not to stick up for myself. Not to stick up for myself, because everything, it was a good way that my dad, he wanted things to be done in his opinion proper way, so he wouldn't take any other way. But the way that he conveyed that was the old method, which is more like punishing, yelling, and the way that my mom reacted to that, which taught me, by watching, even as a baby, that taught me not to stick up for myself. So that's an issue that I have. I have confidence issues, but I believe that this cleansing program that I'm doing, and this is the final frontier, like I said, I'm going to get rid of all these old issues, which maybe are in like the water of my cells down here, because this is the youngest part of me, right, where the nutrition came into my belly button. Theories. That's what I believe. And we'll see the evidence. I think I'm going to be a force to be reckoned with in a good way. I'm not going to yell at people and criticize them as people. But the other thing is, I'm not going to stand for any garbage. Okay? And what I can do is just provide a healthier alternative. And then if anybody else has another idea, I could shoot them down. I could shoot down the idea. Because this is science, right? Lifefood Certified is based in science, and it's the most easily able to be researched, and I shouldn't put too much water, and proven. So there's the recipe. Dino cheese, pumpkin seeds, salt, jalapeno, onion. You could put red pepper in there. You could put cumin is a good one. It's a very versatile recipe, and like I said, keto. It's not organic because I just went to the local shop, but it's vegan. Yeah, a little too much water in there. Too much liquid, I mean. I could see it's going to be a little soupy. But that's okay. I'm just going to dip the cucumbers in it like chips. So it's like a dip. Instead of a hard cheese that I would, or a soft cheese that I would put in a mold and, put in a mold. And, let me blend this a little more. I want you to see how creamy you can get out of the Vitamix. Vitamix, I want to get you as a sponsor. You know why? Because I can put two blenders side by side and do this tampering process, which you just saw with this plunger here, and I can show how the Vitamix makes a creamier dip. And that's even before I get into how other blenders can't even make dough and ice cream because they don't have that tampering ability. You need that when there's let's see, what do you call it, when there's so much so little liquid. Like, you don't want soupy dough and you don't want soupy
ice cream. You want, thick ice cream. You want thick dough. You want the dough to rise. So these are recipes where you really need the tamper to push the material down to the blade. I say it all the time. And on my tour, I could use Vitamix as a sponsor. How about that? So we have the League of Champions. I have the week leading up to the League of Champions to tour the local area, meet all the school owners, and build a fight card around their fighters or whoever wants to participate. And I get local sponsors as far as groceries and stuff like that. And then the after party of the event is a chef battle or just a chef showcase where I personally, and I can meet with local chefs to participate, and we'd make the after party an event where the people eat. How's that? Ah. Oh yeah, that's really good. So, salty, spicy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. Now, you quickly peel these cucumbers. You know what? I should keep that theme music. I was just thinking about it because it's kind of like a what's that, like a collectible. When you get a for example, in the UFC they have these get a little paring knife here. Like so and so's fight shorts. You could buy them, right? So that's my next YouTube video, training video, is gonna have that music, and it was recorded live on YouTube. So that's kind of like a collectible, right? It has significance because you're part of the process. So what I'm doing here is making these long cuts by cutting angular into the cucumber, so it'll be like a chip. You see that? And whoop. Come from this angle here. Should cut into your hand like that. Please, kids, do not try this at home. That was one. Let me do the big one too, so you can see that. The big cucumber that I got, the big boy. First, I'm gonna peel it. Thick boy. This peeler was a birthday gift for my 40th birthday. I really appreciate it. Was it birthday or Christmas? It might have been Christmas, actually, now that I think about it. I had this for a while. Yeah, it was 30. It was Christmas, my bad. Christmas 2019. Thanks anyway. It's a really good one. Good peeler. Okay, and then let's bring this in here. It's gonna be hard to fit on this plate. Maybe I'll just do half, because I don't know how big my stomach is. I didn't eat all week, so I might have made too much, especially with how filling the cheese is. Listen, if you have a recipe that you like, let me translate it for you. Make it healthy. Let's make it an official Master Lukey recipe, and you can have a healthy family, and we can together make a difference in the world, one plate at a time. going to the top. Top of the food chain. All the environmental issues that we're facing, food industry. So that's what my comic book's about, Dino and Digger. By the way, right? So I'm gonna turn on my computer now. I'm gonna try and play Fortnite with my son if he's on. If not, maybe I'll watch a little YouTube on something educational. And here's my Dino Cheese. Message me 24/7 on masterluki.com. I got the contact page with all my info there. Social media, email, phone number for calling and texting, even my address where you can send mail. I dipped the other side, didn't double dip. What do you think? All right, that's gonna be it. Have a happy 4th of July. God bless America. God bless you, wherever you're at in the world. And hope we can connect again soon. Stay tuned for more exciting action.